Around this way is probably easiest. This box has been very popular. It's, like I say, 3 years in a row, the kestrels laid 5 eggs in it. The first year, the eggs were just about ready to hatch when a raccoon found it and cleaned out the box. So I put a latch on the side there. And the last 2 years, they've raised the chicks. So it's raised 10 chicks here in the last 2 years. One of the things we found out about kestrels, they like to have an open spot coming into the box. They don't like to go in underneath something to get at the box. So if it's partly out in the open, it works better for them. Yeah, my name is Phillips. I live in Malin, Oregon, which is about 15 miles away. I started working as a volunteer at the refuge about almost 10 years ago. I've been at it ever since in different capacity, different projects. One of the projects I had originally was putting up new marker signs to go with a guide so people know where they were at on the tour, auto tour, and be able to identify if they saw a bird as near a sign such and such. So that was one of the first projects. I've also built bridges and decks for where the kids could dip stuff out of the water for science projects. And these kestrel boxes are kind of separate from this, but they kind of tie in too. And then I built several photo blinds and maintained photo blinds. And once a year I worked with the CCC kids that come up here in the summertime, and we clean trails to the blinds and clean up the blinds and anything else that needs to be done around them. So different times of the year we do different kinds of projects. The kestrel boxes are busy from April to June for the most part, and then a few weeks here in February we'll have to get out and clean them all out and put new bedding material in them. Originally another friend and I made 80 kestrel boxes. We donated almost half of them to other people to use, and I kept 43 of them that I've been monitoring the last 3 years. This one's been up for 3 years, like about 12 of them along this road. And the first year there was very little activity, just a few boxes got used. I think the birds were just getting used to them. The second and third year they used them heavily, and we raised 130 young kestrels in the Malin, Tule Lake area in those boxes. And right now we're getting ready to go and clean out the boxes. The kestrels leave a box filthy dirty when they leave a box, so they have to be cleaned out well. If a starling uses a box, they clean it out like they're good housekeepers, and sometimes you never even know they've been in there, even though they may have raised 5 or 6 young ones. But so I have 43 of these boxes. 42 of them are currently out. Once in a while something happens to one if the wind knocks it down or gets busted up or something. So this coming year I may only have around 40 to work with, but that's still a pretty good group to keep you pretty busy to monitor them once a week and keep control of the records, keep up with the records and all that sort of stuff. So my main goal is just to see how many young ones we can raise in these boxes, and each year if they use a few more boxes, you usually end up with a few more birds. It's about 40% of the boxes are getting used currently when you put them up, and it doesn't seem to make too much difference how they're oriented, although they seem to like south and east a little bit better than north and west orientation on the front of them. But I'm also involved in a raptor counting exercise from November to March, and one of the birds we count on that is also kestrels. And so we get a second chance during the year to see how the kestrels are doing that way. And just being around the basin here, as I put these boxes up, you notice kestrels a lot of places where they weren't just a few years ago. So I'm just trying to do my part to give them a chance, give them some cavities to nest in and give them a chance to do their thing. I think they've done quite well. The national average over all the boxes they got across the country is about 38% activity, and that's just about what we're at here now after 3 years. And usually what happens is they normally will lay about 5 eggs, and it's probably about 80–85% success rate, sometimes 90% success rate in different areas with actually raising young ones. If the egg hatches, it seems like they almost always grow up to adulthood.